The boys are back again.
We good.
And somebody's really excited.
We good.
It's a good show.
Really
It's
excited.
gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good show.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun show, man.
Good show.
You
It's
know,
gonna
you
be-
know, look, I was at the Orioles game on Saturday. You know what's funny was that it was Philly against the Orioles, and then one guy, he came in with a Dallas shirt, Dallas Cowboy shirt, Tony Romo.
That is funny.
Hey, well, let me see how funny it was. He started talking some trash, so I went over to him. I went, "Okay, Philly Orioles, does everyone agree to me?" And pointing to him. That man got booed so bad. He got booed so hard. He said, "You coming in here with a Dallas Cowboy shirt? Come on, man." And you know Philly. But anyway,
That's how we boys roll, man. We ain't afraid of nobody.
it's not about being afraid and being ashamed.
Right.
Well, we're not afraid. We can't be ashamed if you're not afraid.
No, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah.
No.
But apart from that,
I've seen worse. I've seen stupid Cowboy fans sit in the Philadelphia Eagles section with a Cowboy shirt. Now that's just stupid.
yeah.
There's something you do, but that's as you know, Simon. You don't sit on the other team's side flexing their colors. You don't do that. And
No.
if you were in England, in the Premier League,
No, you done. No, you done. That's it. But what'd you be?
We're just going to have a good time.
Yeah, really. Okay. You're welcome. So, what about your weekend, bro? You getting ready to go too. So,
Yeah, my weekend was relaxing, was calm, was working some stuff up at the church. Man, it seemed like the weekend was like a blur because you do so much
So quick.
over your weekend. This goes by so fast. Next thing you know, it's Monday morning.
Hmm.
But overall, it was a good weekend. Was relaxing. Oh, helping my wife to do some stuff. Other than that, it's a good weekend. What about yours?
I will give a shout out to Sister Ann Gresham. It was Ann and our Warriors.
And who comes on?
yeah, I know, Ant. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm giving a massive shout out because we had Vacation Bible School all this week.
Mhm.
So she was in charge.
Mhm.
Okay, and it went really well, and it was well attended too.
Mhm.
I'll give her a shout out and a clap, and all those who attended and who came out. So it went really well.
Right.
Great job, Anne. Thank you.
Let's give her a good applause.
Oh, and Rupert also, our friend here, he didn't tell you about his little injury. And now he's wearing a boot
What?
on his right leg that he drives with. Now, this man drives a clutch, right? But he doesn't have the boot on today because he didn't want to come into the studio with the boot on. But he'll probably put that boot on later on. Yep, big old boot.
No, I can't put the boot on. I gotta.
What happened that you?
No,
This
I don't
kid
even,
beat him up.
no, I didn't even want to wear this boot, man. I got a bruised foot on the outside of your foot, down at the bottom. It's bruised and it's hard to walk on. So I don't even know what this boot is doing for me because I gotta still walk, and there's no cushion on the boot for me to walk. So, and I'm driving a stick shift, so ain't no way in the world I'm driving a stick with a boot.
Boot. Nah, that's not happening. But wow, is that
Just keep your foot
does that
stable,
hurt
though.
our, that hurt our foot golf?
Oh, man.
You say you want me to wear it? No.
No, does that hurt our foot golf? Because you have to plan one, and now I don't know if you have to push it back.
No.
That's still going to be in the works.
No, that's scheduled. I don't care when you do that.
Yeah, we can still try to do that. Look,
trying to
we'll
get
just be out there, look, be with a cane, with a walker,
No.
electric wheelchair.
No,
We'll be out there throwing that ball,
I'll
bro.
get one of those carts where you can put your knee on. It's got wheels. I don't have to put my foot down until I kick.
Oh, man. How about you, man? How was your weekend?
That's fun.
It was actually very good. I got to do this. I got to give applause to the Debbie. We had our Vacation Bible School. We call Christian Education School. We had, a good number of students finished off of going to the beach. They have always a community unity day. So that was really good on the week. And then on Sunday, as of today, it's been 20 years since my father and the founding pastor for our church has passed away. He passed August 3rd, 2006. So yesterday,
Right.
we had a small memorial service for him, just our church and some family members. So it's pretty cool. Probably have something bigger next year. We want something big this year. We just couldn't put it together.
Okay.
I put something big for him and mom next year. But it was really good. We had, I was glad my brother was in church and his family, and
Nice.
not all the grandkids were there. So hopefully
wow.
next year we'll have everybody there for our dad and mom and have a real good memorial service. But it was really nice. It was really cool. Really cool. That was my weekend. Now I'm here doing what I love to do.
It goes by so fast, man. It's just like,
It always goes fast. You're
we
right.
had like a major storm down here yesterday, and on my way home from church, I didn't notice it, but Anita did. She said, "You see that big old tree? Our neighbor's tree was blocking our entire street out here." I didn't notice it when I came home yesterday because it was just raining that bad. I didn't pay much attention to it. But thank God they got it up. We didn't lose any power. No power lines came down, so that was a good thing.
That's always the biggest worry. The tree hits the power lines, but that's crazy because you never know how long it's going to take them to come out there and fix it. That's the problem. It's like,
Exactly.
how long are you going to take to fix this thing? So that's great that nothing fell down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a storm up here. We had something last night. We had something today for a little while. There was a flash flood warning about an hour. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. Because there's something on my basement. I got to figure it out. But things are going great.
When you said that, it was like,
he gonna say it again.
I was saying, my wife on the phone, I said, Lord, I'm so grateful. We finally invested to get that sump pump. So it's down by my office. I'm like, I'm hearing it going, you just hear the water just going out. It's just such a good, because if not, it would have been flooded down here, man. That's how bad it would have been. With that rain yesterday?
We don't know what's going on, but it seems like the water's not getting to our sump pumps.
Ooh.
And so I've got to have somebody come and take a look because we're getting water in the basement, but when you look at the sump pump, it's dry. And I'm like, what the hell is this? So I think it's going to be a major kind of take up the flooring and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a pain in my neck.
Did the pastor just say the word H? Did the pastor just say that?
It's tough.
No, I'm just saying. No, not the pastor. The pastor didn't say that.
And I'm also at the church, so people are rehearsing it because our youth weekends in a week and a half. So I got the little kids knocking on the door. I don't know what's going on. But so, yes, let's get to the show because it's a good show.
So the views and opinions on the show.
So he gonna preach hell and damnation on Sunday. The good old fashioned message.
Say what you got to say, man.
Well, on that note, I just let you know. I'll give you his address. So if you want to go visit Pastor Rupert's church and hear hell and damnation, it's here on Sunday.
Not this month. I'm done preaching for the month.
But before you do that, please press the like and the share buttons and the subscribe buttons because we need your help because we can't do this without you. And every time someone pushes the button and every time we see how much people watching, it makes our heart feel really nice and well and happy and glowing because you're watching our show.
That's
and
right.
even if you don't watch it tonight, you can watch it during the week and keep pressing the like, share button and tell your friends at work, oh, you know what they talked about the other day? Yeah, let me show you.
Right.
And share it.
Right.
Thank you.
So tonight we're going to be talking about
Oh, Lord.
has fashion gone
Woo!
too far or are we just getting old? Man, you know what? I just want to go get some Jordache jeans right about now.
I want to get some Wranglers. Some Wranglers.
Some Calvin Kleins, some Lees, some Gentles, some what? Sergio Valente.
Without putting holes in them. Without putting holes in them.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. And Lee jeans.
Too far. This is one of those. This is going to be one of those shows. I think that we're either going to be judged on. I wish younger people were watching, and maybe they will. But I would love to hear their opinions on some things because it's not the older generations wearing some crazy stuff. I mean, some of them do, but not most of them. So it's the younger generation, and I really want to see what their opinion is.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because we when we say stuff, we may be considered old-fashioned.
Old. Yeah.
Right.
And we don't know how to say it right.
Right. We don't know how to say words right or the right time. We had that show last week or 2 weeks ago. But
Mhm.
I feel that there are some trends in the church that
Same trend.
are not necessary.
Right. Trends.
They're not
Right.
necessary. They're just happening, and people are doing it. But you know, the coin a phrase from the mothers of the church. People are bringing the world to the church, not the church to the world.
Mhm.
And I think it's happening in fashion cases, men and women fashions.
But even the leaders will throw back on you also. Are you coming to church because of what people are wearing or what? But it would be the younger preachers more so, where when they make statements like so. So we might get some few, just like you said, because on both sides. Now the fashion for the short pants. I mean, the guys wearing the pants with the no socks and the shoes, and the pants are like way up to your ankles and all that stuff. That's the new men's fashion. Hmm?
Hey,
You just get old.
Well, I'm told I'm old every day, so I still use lotion on my ankles though.
Well, let me ask the question: is there a difference between being too conservative or non-conservative? Meaning that some of the clothing out here nowadays we may not wear because we may be more conservative. Meaning that we'll find something that's more age appropriate, if you will. Whereas you may put on something and say, "Nah, you're not supposed to wear that because you're too old." No, it's not the fact that you're old. It's just that something you would not normally wear. Because I've even worn something my daughters go, "Dad," I go, "Yeah, sometimes you just don't know what I have in my closet that I wear."
right.
You can't wear it everywhere. Certain things you can't wear all in certain places. Some places you can wear it, some places you like some items I have that I wear on the beach, you can't wear that in the street all the time.
Right. And like you said, right, I might have something in my closet that I would wear if I'm out in a different country where no one knows who I am.
Right.
Right. There might be a t-shirt or a shirt I may wear. Whereas when I'm going to church, I may not wear that only because one, I don't want to disrespect the house.
That's it,
Which I think is the one thing I don't think a lot of these folks understand. It's not that we're saying you are trashy or you don't have any fashion sense or any of that stuff. When we say it's not church appropriate, we're saying, is that appropriate to wear to the house of God? Remember, this is not a place where we want any temptation to happen. We even say, lead us not into temptation, lead us not into temptation, right? And deliver us. We say that. But if you are coming to church wearing something that is revealing, it can lead somebody into temptation, and we don't want to do that. So we're not asking you to not have that in your closet. We're saying, is that church appropriate?
Mm-hmm.
And could you think of something else to wear? Because there is an attitude that we don't want women to look beautiful or attractive. How am I going to find a husband? Well, first of all, if the person's after you because of what you're wearing, that's a telltale sign. Right? So that's my issue. My issue more so is I don't think people just understand the very basic of respecting the house. The Bible even says, right, dress modestly, which means dress respectfully, because we're coming to the house of God.
And to your point, because I've been seeing, and we were shown there earlier, how you can see some musicians in the church and some choir members in the church. Some items they have on, it's like I just can't watch you because it's a distraction. And who was it that said that? I think was Mike Megan said, or someone said they need to start wearing robes again. That way you don't have to worry about anything. But let's get beyond the robes. So if they have on the robes, what about the rest of the people in the congregation? They all got to come with robes on too. But no, all seriousness. But it's like you do have to be mindful of how are you coming and how are you representing yourself when you come into the house. Now, you wouldn't show up on your job. Well, I hope you wouldn't show up on your job with no Daisy Dukes on and, clothes are well too revealing. I hope not.
Depends what job you have.
No, good point.
Well,
That's
it
a good point.
depends what-
That's a good
It
point.
depends what job that you have.
That's a good point.
But for a business,
or what you're
But-
trying to accomplish at the
Yeah,
job.
for a business attire, I mean, okay, I can say you at the post office we had uniforms. Okay, then we have uniforms, pants, shirt, short shirt, shorts or whatever, but they were uniformed until someone wants to come in and cut holes on the edge of their shorts to make them different. Wants to, like little tassels on the front, so that they cutting them, and then they want to know why they sent home. Well, that's not appropriate attire, and they told you, they gave you the manual, they told you how this is what's going to happen, your shirts and all that stuff, and then of course the new thing that's going around now is wearing do-rags and bonnets out in public. So, and then the same thing. I'm just using the post office because people want to know why they got in trouble. Is they tell you can wear caps, postal caps, but you're wearing bonnets and you're wearing a skull cap that says, okay, skull cap is okay. You have a hat on top of it or whatever. But then what you want to do is you want to take it off and then just go out in the public without the hat on because you're going to say, I'm too hot. Well, you got caught. You got caught. And you know what the ramifications is, that you could be suspended or whatever. Mm-hmm. So what I think it's these times, everything is challenged. Everything is challenged. You don't care what you wear, what you say, what you do, whatever. Everything is challenged, and it's like, why? Mm-hmm. Why we got to do this? Mm-hmm. I'm the same person. I can do this. I'm the same person. I can do the same production of work as you can. And then they're trying to tell you, well, at this company, that's not what we're looking at. Okay. You may be able to do that if you want to. Go do that on your own time. But at this company, this is what you wear, this is what you say. So, but this is a time where we're living where everything is going to be questioned.
And some people just don't care.
Oh, yeah.
They just don't care. It's like, I'm doing my own thing. So, you stay out of my business. But again, if you're coming into the presence, into the house, if you are a distraction, then you might want to think about what you have on. Because people will be looking at you. And maybe that's your purpose. Maybe you came to be a distraction. Because, the enemy uses anyone he can to cause you not to be, what was it? One of the clips we've seen one time where the preacher was in a pulpit and the choir director happened to walk by and had on a really tight outfit. He was like, whoop, he had to catch himself because that right there was, shouldn't be. So he had to catch himself to make sure he didn't fall down.
But one of them didn't catch himself.
And that's true too.
No, one of them didn't catch himself.
That's
and the lady walked by and she had a tight skirt on or whatever. Actually, the skirt was decent length. It's just that she had a shapely body. Right. But he go by and he goes, oh, Lord.
Yep.
Yeah. Keep my head. And that was a preacher. He was preaching. So
that's the problem. I mean, that's so right. So has fashion, right? So we said, has fashion gone too far? So first of all, just the fact that people are worried about fashion in the church, that could be the first step of problematic, right? Mm-hmm. We are more concerned about how we look when we come to church than why we're coming, right? When somebody's truly really broken and done, they're not worried about what they look like. They just want to get to Christ.
Well, that's true too. But let me stop you right there. If you're like, you use the word the advocate, that's go good. I have no problem with that. But my thing is this: once you've come, you're broken. Let God do something to you inside, so it can work on the outside. So once you've been there and God has done the deliverance, there should not be a reason for you to continue to dress the same way you are
No.
once you've gotten into the deliverance phase.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. What I'm saying is that I'm coming to church and I don't care how I'm dressed.
Right.
Because I'm coming to God. So you're not getting up in the morning trying to make sure your makeup's right, all these things, make sure your outfit's put together. You're saying, put some clothes on and get to your church. And that is more so because you're concerned about getting to God.
Mm-hmm.
We have people that are more so concerned about how they look in church.
Oh, okay, I'm with you now. I'm with you now.
To God, right? And that's a concern of mine, because even though we want to look decent, even though we want to look in order, but my first concern should be, how am I looking to God, and how am I going to find God today when I get there?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why the Bible coins it. I come into his gates with thanksgiving, enter his courts with praise. Why? Because that should be your concern, right? Not that I have these nice heels on, or my suit's flashy. And I mean, I used to wear those suits too, and still I like them. Right. But if my suit is going to be a distraction, if I'm more worried about the suit and how I look in it than how I'm looking at God. And I think that's where I think some of the things that we wear, the robes that are being worn now by some preachers, they're so flashy. I'm like, good Lord. Right. And it seems like, we're more worried about the look, how we look to the people, and how we look to God.
Well, see, that's the whole thing with the modest apparel comes into play. Even when the ones I use, I always go to my pastor, said, is this one fine? Because I'll make sure I'm representing God, him, and the church. I'm not going to wear anything cuckoo. And some people, they do that. They don't care. They don't follow what they're supposed to. They don't follow what they're supposed to do. Make sure you're checking where you're supposed to check. Because, again, people call them right, wrong, and wrong, right. And that's where we are right now. And the thing about whether or not are we too old, I don't think the fact that we're too old, we just become more observant.
Well, I'm just saying we just have opinions. I mean, we're not telling nobody you can't come to church. We're not telling nobody what to wear to come to church. We're not telling nobody that what you're wearing is wrong. I mean, we're not going to say that period. But just like in everything else in life, is that some things are just different. And I guess when we're used to being preached on, and as we talk about, is when you come to God, he touches you, he changes you. Okay, you have a change from what you was before. So we think that automatically your thinking is going to be different, because now you want to read, you want to sing, you want to represent God. So how you do it is their own mindset, and not everybody's mindset is the same. So we have opinions of our own that look to. I mean, I know this for a fact. When you go to the altar, and we generally want to catch people or do. I mean, that's why people have sheets now ready to throw on people, because
their garments can be too revealing.
Garments may be too short. Shirts come up from people's jackets or skirts or whatever. Shirts come pull up. So now we worried. I'm not going to say exactly totally worried, but when someone falls out or when someone does something, that something's going to be revealing right away. So
we hope not.
Well, I mean, it's going to happen, right. And that's why the sheets are there.
Right.
That's why the sheets are there.
Right. But those sheets were there 50 years ago because they were always there. But we were more worried that if something happened, we could cover them. If something tore, something was pulled down, or something popped up, or the skirt flew the wrong way, we can cover them. Today,
we had a lot of rollers in them days.
Yeah, even rollers, right? Right. But today it's more so because of things people are wearing that we're like, something's going to happen. It's not if, it's just when, right? If that person falls out, something's going to happen, right? And I can show. Let me show you an example. One of the examples that I want to show everybody, I think it's this one, right? I'm not even gonna. I think everybody can see it, right?
Yep.
You guys can see it, right? So
Yeah.
if this lady started shouting and falling out, and she's preaching, if she started shouting and falling out, do you not think she's going to be revealing something? Or did she not expect to worship God? Right?
It's actually been a testament to what
I think if you watch it, she's going to be pulling down. Oh, it stopped. And then here's a choir singing. Right? And so the question that I have is that the right attire to be wearing during praise and worship? Do you want your skirt to be that mini? Should it be that mini?
It shouldn't. I mean, I remember we had a funeral at our church, and the lady's outfit was so short. She was trying her best to pull it down. I'm like, anytime you got to struggle to pull it down, what does that tell you right there, sister? You know it was too short when you put it on. I mean, she was fighting at you, wasn't she, man?
But at the same time, I guess being trivial or whatever is being that short, and you on the pulpit and you're that short, and then you come to the edge of the pulpit, and it's like your skirt. I don't think you need to come any further, because you got people sitting on the side right here, and it's just sometimes it's just the skirts are too short.
If she has to pick up a pen, how are you going to pick up a pen?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you start shouting, or you coming down the steps, and you actually you're coming down the steps sideways.
There's no way
it's coming sideways, right?
I mean, a lot of people come down sideways anyway if you're older, but it's you coming down sideways because you know in your mind that's skirt is short.
But how in the world is she going to praise God freely? There's no way. I remember years ago, I spoke in Jamaica, and I was speaking, and we had an altar call. The service was very nice. Altar call came. People came to the altar worshiping. This lady had a very low cut shirt, right? And she had a big chest. And I just said to her in a nice way, I said, sis, when you come back, because I said, you come back tonight, right? So it was day service. She goes, yes, Pastor. I said, okay. Tonight, don't wear something so revealing. I'm not telling you can't wear those things if you want to. When you come to God's house, you need to be free to express yourself.
Right.
Because God may bring you to a place where you want to run around and lift up your hands, and you can't, even when you were here 2 minutes ago, every 30 seconds you're pulling it up. That's not freedom. You shouldn't have to worry about that. And that's how I think people should come to church, not having to worry about, do I got to pull this down, or do I got to lift this up, or, do I have to hide this? Or you shouldn't have to worry about it. You should be free to be able to worship God in the house of God. So I don't think I'm old fashioned. I think I'm right on point. I think old fashioned would be if I didn't know that young people didn't have a style. I know you have a style. I'm not loving it. But if that's like, for instance, we talked about the short pants with the no socks and shoes. I'm not doing that. I just stopped doing it. I tried it like once or twice. I was like, this is not working.
Now I'll do that, but if I'm not in the church, of course, I may do out, about somewhere where I may have no socks on, or I'll have footies on with the shoes, or something like that.
But when we're outside, right? Yeah. First of all, if I'm wearing my Sambas on the beach, I'm going to not wear socks. I'm trying to take my shoes off,
right,
and walk on the beach,
right.
But I'm not on the beach. I'm in church, and the chance of your shoes coming off are very slim unless you take them off yourself. But brother, man, if your feet are sweaty and your shoes accidentally come off,
Lucia,
woo! There is going to be an anointing rising up from something, but it may not be the best anointing you're thinking of. And that's what we have to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you have to worry about, but people don't think about that.
Yeah. I remember once at the other church I was in DC, the anointing service was so heavy, man. I did something, I bust my suit jacket. It just split right down. All I think about David just danced out his clothes, man. I was like, oh, well, I just have to buy a new suit.
He thought he was the Hulk. That's all. He thought he was the Hulk. Yeah.
You wore a suit and you was 2 sizes too small. So you're like,
Yeah, I got it from the Baby Gap.
Yeah, but so while people are shouting no, and while people are worshiping, they still need to press the share, like, and the subscribe button.
I was on that Wednesday, guy was going to say.
For the Warriors United for Christ. Continue to press. The half an hour went really, really quick.
Man.
So we must have been talking a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't have a lot of viewers today, but it's okay. I know people will watch the show later on. But those that are watching, hey, I want to hear your comments and your thoughts on this subject.
And you know, the thing that I don't have a problem with now, because I realize people have a problem with people wearing suits and tennis shoes. I don't have a problem with that, because I realize now some people may have feet problems. And they got to be comfortable. I mean,
yes,
put your tennis shoes on, find a nice pair, and wear with your suit if you have to, because what's more important, jacked up feet or trying to look cute?
Yeah, well, I still think that people like to wear tennis shoes that actually match their outfit.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen nothing really crazy where somebody's wearing bright fluorescent yellow and orange.
I've seen But again, I have a problem with it. But
I mean,
why did you wear those tennis shoes? Did you wear them because you do have a full problem, or just because you like sneaks now? And because sneaks now are what they wear. And you see them on Hollywood red carpets. You see them at these big events now. People are wearing sneakers and not shoes anymore. So now that trend has come into the church. And again, so I'm talking about, are we bringing trends in from the world into the church?
That's a given.
Them Skechers and the Hoyas are comfortable, man.
Mm-hmm.
and I think that, I'm not saying the world, but the people who make these shoes must know also certain types of people be wearing these shoes. Mm-hmm. And so, exactly. So they put out these different styles, different colors, different fashions, and the shoes look good and go well with a nice suit.
Right.
They're making sure. I'm sure now there's some marketer at Nike or at Adidas or at these other places saying, hey, we have to make some sneakers that go well with suits or with jeans or with these things or whatever, because that's what they're wearing now. Because again, Rupert Johnson at 58 years old, almost 58 years old, is not going to go and look for sneakers to wear with his suit. But 25-year-old guy may say, oh, I need to buy some sneakers that go with this suit. And they know it.
You don't have to be 25, bro. I've done it.
No. Have you looked for sneakers to go with your suit?
Yes.
Oh, gee, see? It's right there. So 60-something. So there's people, and I won't spend the money for it. I don't spend money on sneakers to play basketball in.
Well,
but I think it's not. I don't think necessarily they're sneakers.
Right.
It depends on the fashion. Say some of them may look. I mean, you come into church. Yeah. I mean, you come into church with
Vans aren't sneakers.
But see, even Nike, even Under Armour, they have changed fashion sense also, that they don't have to look like tennis shoes. But there's a difference between the tennis shoes and Skechers that you wear.
Right. So there's a difference. I'm gonna send you a picture of the ones I have, okay? I'm gonna send you a picture offline of the one, and you tell me what you think.
There is a difference between casual shoes or casual versus.
I'm not sure now, man. I don't know.
Sneakers are sneakers.
No,
when you look and you say, "Oh, those are."
He's refusing to hear this, bro.
Well, no, it's funny you say that, because I'm surprised Holly hasn't chimed in yet. I do have a pair of white ones. They could go either way. And so I wore them with my suit to church, and Holly goes, Dad, you know they look like sneakers. No, they're casuals. One of the mothers at the church said, I like your sneakers.
Yeah. See?
These are sneakers, bro. You get sneakers and casuals, man.
But they were casual shoes. They were not sneakers, bro.
You think they're casuals, but maybe they were by a casual company, but they were made to look like sneakers, because that's what marketers do. Marketers will sit there and say, how do we create this this product that looks like this, but has dysfunction. They do it. They do it. And you got caught up, Mark, in it. And I want to send me the picture. Just send me the picture.
I'll send you the picture of them.
Send me the picture. I wish we had it now. We can show everybody else so they can make the decision.
No, I'm not gonna put the brand out there. I'm not trying to endorse anybody.
I wish that you had. I wish you had a picture that we could have put.
Again, I'll be endorsing the product. I'm not trying to endorse. I'm not getting any pavement for it. So I'm not gonna endorse it.
I'm sorry, I can't even remember.
Is the name on it?
On the side, I think there are.
Yeah. Then it is a sneaker. Stop it.
No,
it's not.
Hey, Rupert, I think I've worn, wait a minute, and Mark probably can attest to this. I think I've worn this year so far a pair of shoes 4 times.
Yeah, he'll be right.
Yeah, but there is a difference though. Sam, how many times have you not been on duty?
I'm always on duty. And the only
Okay.
times
So since you're on duty, you have to have something where you can move because of what your job requires at the church. So I'm not going to blame people who are on security because their job requires something. I can't see a female security officer in heels. I'm not going to see you in those slippery, slidey shoes when you hit the concrete. You bust your behind because it's
not doing it, but
right. Yes, I'm saying. So there is a time and a place for certain things, but I'm just saying. And again, I don't have anything against sneakers and suits. I do think they kind of it's a kind of a cool fashion per se that I think that people are wearing because it just shows that the versatility of what sneakers can do. Mm-hmm. I'm just asking, did you buy it for that purpose? Because like what Mark was saying before, because you have feet issues and you just want to be more comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, man. Because some of these shoes that we buy, especially when you first put them on, especially when you're older, man, you like these shoes. We call them break them in. We need to break these things in.
That's why you got to stretch them before you wear them.
Yeah.
But what you were saying, because even I was talking to Anita about it, a lot of clothing they make nowadays, it's difficult for some women to even purchase because all the dresses now are made short. It's hard to find clothing that's church attire because what you said, the marketers, all they're doing is catering to the, shall I say, the world and not more or less to the church. So you're not going to find a lot of the church dresses come down to the knees or below the knee. Everything's all up high now.
Yeah, but at the same time, the dresses may not even be short, but they are made to fit.
Oh,
I mean,
fit,
body shape fit.
Like you need some Vaseline to put them on.
Well, there's some like that and some not, but that's what the trend is now. Is and even if I jump out and just like my granddaughter's school, the girls are required to wear skirts.
Oh, okay.
They're required to wear skirts, but these skirts are not knee high. They don't go to their knees.
They're like tennis skirts.
No, so what they call them, skirts or whatever. So they like wear shorts underneath.
Okay.
But the skirts are that short, and it's like when the freshmen first go and start their first days, they might have the longer skirt on. But when they see the fashion size of the majority of how many people what they're wearing, look, the majority is wearing skirts. That's what's happening. So that's the peer pressure, or even if you call it peer pressure, but that's the fashion design of certain schools or whatever. So it's going to change, and then you don't feel, and you can do that to your own church. You could do that to your own children, but your own children going to give you feedback and pushback on, I don't want to wear that long skirt. I want to, because of the fashion design of what everyone's wearing at school.
Yeah, and that's, well, let's get some of these questions or comments before. I think Debbie's the only one really commenting. But this is Grace meeting us. Hey, God bless you.
Hey, Talia.
Thank you, Talia. Okay.
So Deborah asked, does it bother you if men wear accessories like beads and dreads? Dreads, not so much. Beads.
But wait a minute. which I found out there's a distinction between dreads and cornrows.
Oh yeah.
Cornrows are not dreads.
No.
No. Some people think they are
No.
because they long enough and they go back to their necks.
And braids are different also.
Yeah,
Different
we
too.
know that they're braids, and I had a long conversation about because dreads and cornrows or braids are just two different things, especially on men.
Now there's two types of dreads, right? There are the Rastafari dreads that they dress up and they have never touched them since, right? And they're not clean, they're not whatever, they just there. Then there's the dreads, which is now the fashion trend because people like them. But they're relatively clean, they're relatively straight, they're not that bad. They're there. Do I have a problem with those? Not really. Do I have a problem with the Rastafari dreads? Yes, I do. In church. At some point, they need to be cut off, right? At some point, they need to be reestablished, re-cleaned. So those I do. Beads, if a man is wearing beads, like Rick James used to wear, I got a problem. That's a whole nother problem.
I'm struggling on that when you say beads.
Wearing beads in the hair.
Oh, in the hair.
In the hair.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was thinking about like the beads. Like
I thought you were talking about on your wrist or around your neck
neck.
or something like that.
No. Beads. He's talking
Clarify
about
that.
beads, I believe, in your hair.
Oh, yeah, like
Beads.
like
said
Venus
beads
and Serena
and
Williams used to wear.
like the seashells and all that kind of stuff.
like Rick James. He said
Okay.
beads and dreads, right? So I think she's
Okay.
talking about the beads in the new style dreads now that there are.
No.
As long as you have beads, I don't care. You don't have beads. God should not have beads in their hair when they come to church. That's me. I'm not going to tell you don't come to church, but for me, it's.
I don't think I've seen any in our area, in our church, guys with beads in their hair. I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that neither. I
So-
mean,
Maybe that's a northern thing.
I think what's happening is with men, and I'm not saying it's a fact, but I think braids is just like being outdated. It's not really. You see people wear them, but what it is now though
It's very
is
stylish.
fashion designing. It's not straight back no more.
Right,
You got
zigzags,
you got hairlines, and-
checkerboard.
yeah. So
I have no problem with cornrows. I have no problem with dreads or braids. I don't have a problem with that. That to me is the least of my problems when it comes in individual.
yeah.
The problem with beads in them. It's not saying it's sinful. Just for me, it's just not something. And like you said, I just think it's strange for me. All right. So Deborah said, to answer the main question, some fashions have gone too far, but I have a greater problem with some accessories. So Deborah's dealing with the accessories.
Okay.
What do you
So the accessories on
earrings,
on men, like earrings, nose rings now.
in general.
and then women.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
When it becomes too flashy or like it's all blinged out, I have a problem with that too.
Nah, yeah. The nose rings.
Oh my
yeah. Or the tongue rings.
Oh.
Yeah, and that stuff. So
Do we feel that stuff is needful in the house, even though it's fashionable in the world?
No.
Is that something that we have? Now, maybe I am old-fashioned on this one.
I'm with you on this one, bro.
I wish I had some young people who could maybe school me in this matter, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm old-fashioned in this one. But to me, anytime the Bible says we're beautifully and wonderfully made. And even tattoos, for me, that wasn't something I needed because I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. Nothing I put on my body is going to enhance what God has done. So I don't know if I see those things more as idols than just things because you like them.
Mm-hmm.
As much as you like them to put them on, you should be able to not to wear them. That's what I always go to is that if you have no problem, if you saying to me, I should have no problem with you wearing them, I should be able to say to you, you should have no problem not wearing it. That's
well, the only thing with tattoos is that they're so popular now. I mean, there's a whole lot of people that wear tattoos. So if they turn to Christ, or they want to turn their ways, or they want to go to church now, they already have the tattoos.
Don't get any more.
And some of them, I mean, and they have sleeves for tattoos. They might have that.
If you got it before you came to Christ, I don't care. That's before you came to Christ. But once you came to Christ, I don't go get any more. That's my thing. And again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying that's my opinion. If a young person were to come to me and say, Pastor Rupert, I have these 4 tattoos. Let's think about getting another one. Should I? I would say I wouldn't do it. Why mark yourself again? You had that stage. You got them. I'm not telling you to remove what you have, but why go get new ones? That'd be me. And that'd be and I would tell them that's my opinion. I'm not telling you there's something in the Bible that says that. I'm just giving you my opinion as a man of God. I wouldn't do it.
And that's reasonable.
Because why would you get them? I mean, that's the question. Why do you need another one? Or like the way they look? Yeah, well, I like the way $10 million looks in my bank account. But I'm not robbing a bank to do it. Right? It's just I don't have it. So I'm without it. Live without it.
Right.
Okay, we have other things. Hold on. I'm sorry. Debbie. They were saying you can always find appropriate dresses. When I say you can't find them, we're saying that they're harder to find.
They're harder to find, right. That's right. You can find them, but they're harder to find. Especially I know when I'm with, my wife, where I'm looking at stuff and she's going to see, look how short this is. And they're really nice items, but something she would not want to wear to church because of the length.
Yep. You guys got this.
Talia says, no. As a female security officer, I will not wear heels while on duty. Sneakers or the shoes marks suggested to me. Yes, which is true.
Yeah, as a female, I wouldn't expect it. Right? I wouldn't expect it unless you were undercover and you were there. I wouldn't expect it. Even then, I may not expect it.
Right.
Right? Because you may be called to action.
Mm-hmm.
Kenya's in the house.
Kenya's
in the house. We're going to help our church. Yes, sir. Hopefully.
Biblically, are men supposed to wear long hair? Oh my!
Well, come on. Now look, Jesus had long hair.
Whoa! This was a black man.
He still had long hair. He probably had braids.
He might have had a fro.
He might have had a fro.
But
but the disciples, they had long hair. Come on.
Hey, I don't know that either.
This, in my whole church life, was the issue, because I had an afro. And it bothered more people me having an afro than going to church.
That's because he looked like Elder Barge.
I went to church.
That's why he looked like Elder Barge. Come on, tell everybody the truth, bro.
I went. No, only because when I had my head. Okay. Yes, people. I did. Yeah, I had a ponytail. Yes, I did comb it back. I did all that stuff. But at church, though, I went to church nearly 7 days a week. Look, guys, it ain't that funny.
Yeah, it is.
7 days a week. Worshiping. I was on the choir. I was in the youth. I was doing all that stuff. But all I was concerned about was I had a big afro. It didn't bother my dad wasn't upset about it. He had many discussions with Bishop about he'll take care of it or whatever. But no, I didn't have to cut my hair down, and I didn't. And so, but when you say that, like, yeah, Moses had a long beard.
Aaron definitely had a long beard.
John the Baptist.
What? Yeah. Oh my gosh!
No, you didn't.
Wait, is that Simon or is it Elder Barge? Who is that?
It's hard to tell.
You got me on that one.
Oh man, that was good.
My goodness gracious!
Woo!
No wonder he was quiet.
That's right, he was quiet. He was doing his research.
Wait, we got all this stuff. We got a lot of people saying stuff.
Oh my God, my kids would love that. Oh Jesus.
Okay, we got a lot of people saying stuff.
I can't get beyond that picture.
What Talia says, and I wear conch shells in mine sometimes.
Jumped up in her
I
hair.
have seen you with that in there.
Yeah, she has. Yes.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with women doing it. I just have a problem with men. If Mark told me, yeah, I wore conch shells in my hair, I would have an issue. I'd be like, well, Mark, no problem.
We often have this conversation between the two of us, and I'm telling you, she's speaking something I would have said myself. She says, I don't like men wearing earrings and sunglasses in church. As for the women, there are websites for proper clothes attire.
Church attire.
Thank you, church attire. People aren't concerned about coming to church in appropriate attire anymore. Now, when she talks about the sunglasses, I'm trying to figure out why you sitting in church with them dark glasses on. Is your future so bright you need to wear your shades in the church? Come on.
You had a tough Saturday night. You don't want nobody to know.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you had a
I
tough
don't even
Saturday
know
night.
why you wear sunglasses indoors, period.
No.
Because now that you can get glasses where
The transition like mine.
once you go outside, boom. Once you come inside, they come in. But to sit down, you definitely undercover, and you got to be watched wearing sunglasses.
People wear them because they had it. Some people smoke. Some people wear them.
I know. Drink,
Yeah.
smoke, cover their eyes because they red.
They want to come to church. And again, it's tough because I agree. Don't be wearing sunglasses. Earrings out. It's a trend, but sunglasses for me is definitely not something I want to see wearing. But I understand because I prefer you be in church and you say, "Well, I can't go to church today."
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, some people aren't understanding that it's better for that man to be in the church or that woman to be in the church than for them to be, even though they just decided that they were having a party, for them not to come by and try to find the repentance, because anything can happen. But again, if you cannot stay that way, you shouldn't be every Sunday. I see
Well,
you.
that was going to be my next. Okay, we believe that and we understand that. But when does it where God really takes control?
That's it. Because there should be a transformation.
Definitely. Definitely. All
They're
right.
trying to bring braids or rolls back for men or women. I mean, what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't see too many men with braids.
Or she'll give us one.
Unless you're
Oh,
a soccer player.
she says praise leaders
Oh, Jesus.
should not have dangly earrings or earrings large enough to put your fist through it. It resembles club attire.
He is coming hard.
Yeah, that's some big earrings though, bro. That's some big.
I don't think I think everybody in ministry should be modest. If you are ministering, you need to be modest.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I think that anything that outshines what you're trying to do is not right. So if your earrings are distracting, if your chain around your neck is distracting, if your outfit distracting, the reason why priests wore robes is because there was a moderating of this is, you know who I am. So when I'm up there ministering, you know who I am. We should have the same thing. You should know that this person is doing praise and worship. They're not trying to get on the album. They're trying to do praise and worship. They don't care for you to see what they look like. They care about you feeling what they're singing.
Right.
And I think that, so I totally agree with Anita, because I think anything you wear, again, I know Tom's running up, let's share the screen real quick. This lady that was here, right? This lady here.
No, sorry.
Right.
That was for show.
Right. Why? She might as well be in the gym with gym tights on.
It's not just for show or be in the gym. It's the way, I guess, she's moving. She's dancing. It's like club.
Doesn't help.
No.
Now, but that same dance, though, in a long dress wouldn't be so distracting. No, seriously, think, because the dress, you cannot see all the curves on her body. You wouldn't be seeing everything, you would see somebody.
If the dress wasn't
No,
fitted.
because you really wouldn't be looking at her.
No,
You're looking at her because of
exactly.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. You're looking at her because of her tight clothing.
Right.
So yeah. Okay. This is good.
Okay, so yes, Mark. I have a problem with flashy, super big jewelry. Even those huge pins may be too much.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, there's some pins, some brooches they called them that were this big. Like, what is that?
Well. Some people wear big rings, diamond rings.
Well, if it's your wedding ring and the person bought one, yeah. But if you got 15 of them on your finger, yeah, I got an issue with that too. But that's
Super Bowl rings, man.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So Anita says, I remember one occasion, yes, this is true, asking hubby if the dress I had on looked too snug. He said it did. So I changed it before going out. Yeah, that dress was a little too tight. But the beautiful thing about it is that she asked the question to me, what did I think? And the same thing to her, I'll ask the question, what I have on, what do you think? And I think when a husband and wife can tell each other something doesn't look right, we should be able to receive it and not have a problem with it.
But when they got back home, he asked her to put it back on again.
Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. I don't want to say anything.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to say anything. Let's not talk about it.
Let me make sure. Yeah, let me look at it again.
let me. You know what? I might have been wrong. Let me see it again. and close the door. Let me see it again. Oh, let's go. There are long church attire dresses.
Talia says, and there are long church attire dresses below the knee being sold in certain malls.
Yeah.
And there are dresses online. You just have to be careful of the size. And I thought you were saying where, but I'm going to say, I mean, don't the Jewish ladies and the Muslims wear long?
They're out there. I don't think the point that we were making was that they're not there, but
You just
they're
gotta know where
not
to
as
find them.
prevalent
Right.
as they used to be. Like, I could always
Really?
certain suits right online, but there's more than if you go to the store, that you see more skinny suits, these tight pants than you do
I
regular.
don't like those skinny suits, man.
And the short sleeve.
And yeah, I
The
don't
short
like
sleeves.
Yeah.
Just like you said, it's fashion.
Yeah. Oh man, we almost run out of time too. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, gents.
Once again,
You been to Barcelona, Ken? Okay. Talia says, and my mom has a picture of Simon from his wedding.
right here. Is this
No,
one?
is that one?
That one?
Is that one?
Talia. Yes, you're welcome.
I was looking at her hair. She have curves. So Ken stop with the video. Let's not even talk about it.
We got 30 seconds.
But
Hey,
that's
you know,
it.
Rupert, this Wednesday, speaking of, my wife and I will be celebrating our 37th wedding anniversary.
Hey.
I was just about to say, she's taking the dress.
Say yes to the dress.
Wow.
Hey, stay tuned next week. You'll hear those guys say,
Oh, we're gonna say, you're welcome.
Welcome.
Wait, I don't think. Wait, say it again. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
yeah,
Nice.
what they said.
Much more.
We was on time.